Think of the first truly great city of wealth, a place of irrigated fields, expansive trade routes, and walls you could drive a chariot across. When George S. Clason wrote The Richest Man in Babylon in the 1920s, he chose this ancient setting for a very specific reason. By stripping away modern complexities, no stock tickers, no credit cards, no complicated derivatives, he left only the raw, physical mechanics of money. At the center of these parables are ordinary workers, men like Bansir, a chariot builder, and Kabi, a musician. They put in grueling hours every single day, laboring until their bones ache, and yet their purses remain completely empty. They look across the city and see their childhood friend, Arkad. He wears the finest garments and eats the rarest foods. He is the richest man in all of Babylon. But they had the exact same teachers. They played the same games. Arkad doesn't work any harder than they do. It begs the question, why do some people work themselves to the bone and barely scrape by, while a peer achieves lasting wealth? When his friends ask his secret, Arkad is blunt. He tells them his wealth isn't the result of a fickle fate or a lucky break. If they are broke, it's simply because they either failed to learn the laws that govern money or they refuse to follow them. Living paycheck to paycheck is an ancient mathematical trap, one that can only be escaped by following a highly deliberate system. Long before he wore fine robes, Arkad was a poor scribe. He spent long, agonizing days carving records into clay tablets just to afford his next meal. His turning point arrives when Alganish, a wealthy moneylender, needs an urgent project completed overnight. Arkad strikes a desperate bargain. He agrees to work all night, for free, in exchange for the secret to acquiring gold. When morning comes, Algamish delivers the first rule of his system. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. Out of 10 coins you make, spend no more than 9. 1/10 is locked away for yourself. If you hand your earnings to the butcher and landlord, keeping nothing, you don't own your labor. You work strictly for rations. The immediate hurdle to keeping that 10% is lifestyle creep. Arkad learns that what we call our necessary expenses will always grow to match our income unless we actively protest. The solution is strict control over the remaining 90%. You have to clearly separate your actual survival needs from passing desires and ruthlessly cut the expenses that don't serve your future. The foundational step to escaping poverty is treating your savings account like a non-negotiable tax, a debt you owe to your future self before anyone else. Saving the money is only the first step. Arkad diligently builds up his 10% over a year, and then makes a devastating mistake. He gives his entire hoard to Asmor, a local brickmaker traveling overseas, who promises to buy rare jewels they can sell for a profit. The plan is a disaster. The merchants sell the brickmaker pieces of worthless glass. Arkad's entire savings are wiped out in a single stroke. Algamish returns and diagnoses the error immediately. If you want to know about jewels, you don't ask a brickmaker. You go to the jewel merchant. Never take investment advice from someone operating outside their domain of expertise. Arkad starts over. He saves up his 10% again, but this time he loans his capital to a bronze shield maker to buy raw materials. This is a proven expert. In return, the shield maker pays Arkad a reliable rental fee for the use of his capital. This diagram illustrates compounding interest. Rental fees act as the original gold's children. Arkad immediately puts those children to work earning more. This relentless cycle creates an army of golden slaves, generating a constant stream of wealth. Wealth grows when you transform stagnant savings into a self-sustaining engine that compounds indefinitely. Because Arkad mastered saving, sought expert counsel, and let his money compound, he proved his financial competence. Recognizing this, Algamish made him a partner, and Arkad eventually inherited a vast estate. While Arkad built his fortune through proactive discipline, his old friends remained broke, passively waiting for some goddess of good luck to reward them with unearned gold. Look at this comparison. We have added incredible complexity to our money since then, but despite all our modern financial instruments, the core math of wealth building hasn't changed a bit in 4,000 years. The first actionable step for today is to remove willpower from the equation. Automate a 10% deduction from every paycheck directly into your savings. By routing that money away before you ever see it, financial discipline becomes your default setting, not a monthly struggle. Next, when your income eventually rises, Cap your lifestyle creep. Let your savings rate rise faster than your spending, and deploy those savings into boring, repeatable investments you understand, rather than chasing exciting, mysterious get-rich-quick schemes. Financial freedom in any era doesn't require a miracle. It begins and ends with a single daily conviction: a part of all you earn is yours to keep.